Hello everyone. Let's clean that off. We're using the short tripod this week. So how's everybody doing? Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Welcome to one of the streams. So how's everybody's weekend doing? Everybody having a good weekend? It was like 70% humidity. It was ridiculous out there. I figure I would get you with that one, Richard. I know I'd get you with that one. Hey Mike, how are you? Yeah, we're doing okay. Not cooking anything tonight. Today's just going to be a little bit of somewhat of a channel update slash things, up to come and, all that other stuff. Just kind of like a little bit of a channel review, I guess you could say. All right, that's fine, Mike. Have a nice night. I hope everything goes well, and hopefully it's date night. It's supposed to rain all week till Saturday. That sucks, Richard. I think we're the same way though. Actually, it's called for rain for the past like 14 days, but it's been hit and miss. So I was really, really happy and ecstatic when I looked at them, like, wow, look at that. It's not raining. Then I walked outside. I'm like, all right, felt a little bit better when it rained. So I was a little happier when it rained. My body wasn't, but I felt better because I wasn't sweating horribly like I am now.
It's bad when you sweat and it's 75 degrees out. That was me this morning in the mountains.
Yeah, Courtney was in the Poconos this morning, and she said she got up and it was like 70 degrees and she was still sweating. In the mountains, so it's been brutal around here. So how's everybody doing? Let me do what I tell everybody else to do and get on live chat. Let me see if I missed anybody. Nope. Hey, Just Runch It, how you doing, sir? Jim, you sweat a lot, then New Jersey is definitely not the place for you. It is horrible here this time of year. Right now we're averaging anywhere from 55 to 75% humidity on a daily basis. So yeah, it's kind of brutal.
You're not getting this, dog.
So, guys, starting third shift this week, so I just got up recently. I'm going into work later. Ugh. Yeah, I feel you on that one. That sucks. The only thing good about second and third shift is you have off in the afternoon if you got to do anything. Hey, Jack, how are you? How's your friend doing? So what do you guys think about this piece of wood? Look at the other side once it gets finished. You can see here where it's not finished and up here where it is. Beautiful wood. It's Purple Heart. I love it. It's great to work with. I mean, you can basically get a finish on that with just with your circular saw. I mean, seriously, that real like shiny glazy finish. That's my circular saw blade. Well, my table saw blade right there. That's where it binded a little bit. So, I mean, you can get a beautiful finish on this stuff. Richard, I've had mods on my channel forever. Yes, I have multiple mods. Right now, Jack is a moderator. Gear Runner is a moderator.
I am not.
You're not?
No.
No, Courtney's not, I guess. Matt is. N3QDZ, or I forgot if it's N3QDZ or Matt the Real Estate Guy that I have as a I think it's Matt, the real estate guy. And I believe your real estate whisperer might be one also.
Come here. Don't swear.
I'm good. Mr. Jim is not doing too good. He has a bad infection, so you have to suit up to go in and see him. That really sucks, Jack. Can they get it under control, though? I mean, is it where they can handle it, or is it just like running rampant? I guess that's the worst thing, is if they can't get it under control. I would like to have my Amish girlfriend make me 2 nightstands out of Purple Heart wood. You know what, Richard? That sounds great, but you know how expensive Purple Heart is? Yeah.
I got $5 right here.
Yeah, just about. Purple Heart is not a cheap wood. I got a piece of, I think it was a piece of
6 foot.
It was 6 foot long, 6 foot long, 6 feet wide. I want to say 8-quarter, and it cost me like $100.
You just said 6 feet long and 6 feet wide.
6 feet long, 6 inches wide, and
That's better.
like 2 inches thick, and it cost me almost $100. Just letting you know, I got, for that price, I was able to get all that other wood that you've seen on my Instagram post. All that other wood, even that walnut, was about the same price as that piece of Purple Heart. So I got 3 woods for the price of 1. But Purple Heart is a phenomenal wood, and it is awesome to work with. Like I said, you can see there where the saw blade burned it. I didn't do anything to it, and it still has a beautiful finish, like the side that didn't burn. It'll finish awesome. It's great. It's beautiful wood too. Jack says, I don't think he will be out soon. They took about 3 feet of his intestine and it spread all over his stomach. Oh, that is not good.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah. I think the worst part about that is they go in to try and do something to help it, and sometimes it does make it worse. It's like sometimes, people that go in and have cancerous tumors removed, and they don't really get the whole thing, it tends to spread. It's like as soon as the air hits it, it just takes off, which isn't good in any case if anything takes off like that. Thank you very much, Jack. It is a very pretty wood. I do like it. And this stuff, it doesn't really bend either. It is a very hard, dense wood. So, dog's okay.
Don't say anything.
Don't say dog.
Don't say any dog-related things.
Nothing. Everybody be quiet. I hope he doesn't.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't hear the screen click. So, what's everybody's plans for the upcoming week? Anything particular, or? Yes, Jack, those knives are great. I love them. I'm actually, the video that I'm posting this week, my Food Friday video, your knives are going to be showcased in that. And I was going to do it last Friday, but I got that mixing ball from Tool Review Zone, and I just couldn't resist making eggs in a construction, so, and I had the other video shot, and I started editing it, and I realized I rambled on a whole lot, so there's a lot of editing to do, so that video was a lot easier to actually get up on Friday between running back and forth with my mom and trying to work and all. So,
I will say though, both of us catch ourselves smiling when we're using them.
We do.
Just, oh yeah.
Yeah, they are phenomenal knives. I mean, and every one of them. I mean, I actually catch myself using scissors to open stuff now. Because before I would just like whip out my work knife, slice it open, or pull out my multi-tool and slice it open because my other knives weren't that sharp. And now I just get the scissors and snip. I'm like, wow, that was great. I can't wait to use the scissors to be able to break down a chicken now. Richard Gardner says, I have an Amish sleigh bed and a nightstand and an Amish desk made out of cedar, and my Amish friend made it for me for free. It was because my grandfather owed him some money. Well, I mean, if somebody owes him some money, then yeah, but I mean, how much money does he owe your grandfather if he's going to make something out of Purple Heart?
Don't question it, just take it.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say, that's the one that was highlighted in your your tool overview thing that you did on Instagram? Good to hear that they were working for you guys. Courtney, did you take a lot of videos of the mountains?
I sure did.
Yes,
I got a lot of editing to do.
Yeah, she was up. She was like, "Oh, we're going hiking today." So she sends me a picture. I'm like, "Oh, I want to see something," and she sends me pictures of snakes. Every time we go hike, and I think I've mentioned this before. Every time we go hiking, we run into snakes.
It's so scary.
Last time we ran into a diamondback, and I was like poking it with a stick.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
No.
These weren't venomous though.
Yeah, he was a nice looking one.
Nice, no.
Well,
nice and big. Yeah.
I like snakes, so.
It was big. I think there was at least 4 of them. Found their den by accident.
They were just having a party.
They were having a party.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a good place too, right next to a waterfall. Oh, the dog's awake again.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Belle did it. It was all Belle.
You lay down and close your mouth. Whoa!
All right. Cat's here. Now, guys, you see how big this cat is, right? We have... This isn't a normal height table. No. This table is like countertop height. It's kind of like a...
Higher than countertop.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pub type table. And he just randomly jumped. I don't see how this 25-pound cat has a 4-foot vertical leap still. But he does. He can't jump down because he belly flops, but he can get up anywhere he wants. You know. I don't mind the snakes, but if you run into a big hairy spider, I will run like a little girl. You know what, Richard? I actually used to Hey, how you doing, Trouser Rouser?
Hey.
I actually used to yeah.
You stink.
Yeah, he's stinky. I used to collect arachnids and reptiles. At one point, I had almost 10 cages. This was before I met Courtney, so. Which she's probably saying good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Justin, was that the Volvo? Was that a Volvo or the Audi that you were detailing today? Because that came out really good. That paint.
Do you say Audi or Audi? Just wondering.
I say Audi. Like I have an Audi.
This cat stinks.
So put him down.
You stink. I can't. He's just so lovable.
Alright, I'm falling behind.
Oh, boy.
Trouser Rose says, likes the thumbnail makes me want to dislike, LOL. Why? Ryobi is a good... They're pretty good. They work for what I need them
Hey,
for.
it's better than the Dollar Tree tools like I got, so.
Hey, it's better than a hand screwdriver. Trouser Rouser also says, hi, my friends. Hey, it's the double trouble couple. LOL, says Mr. Mopar.
Hey, Dan.
Jack says, Justin, how are you? Trouser Rouser says, sweaty and tired, Jack. How are you? Hello, Mr. Mopar. Hey, Dan. It's the Volvo. I'm good. Were you working on your car? Super happy how shiny it is. Yep, took me 3 hours. Justin, that came out great. And I agree with you. You should have taken a before and after, because that after looks really good, but I'd like to see how bad it was in the beginning, because I'm going to be getting some of that X2 stuff from Gear, and if that works good, I might get some of that for the other car. So, Richard says, Edge, I still can't believe that Courtney was, when you used the Ryobi hammer drill. Yeah. You know what? You got to admit, that was a funny video. I mean, I couldn't resist it. Because I was talking to Clint about it when I got it, Tool Review Zone, and he told me, he's like, yeah, you know, do something with it, you know, it's yours, you know, I want to see what's going to happen and everything. And then he put hashtag eggs every day. I'm like, well, I guess that tells me what I'm going to be doing with them. But I will say, even with something as thin as eggs, nothing came out of that ball. So if anybody's looking for something like that,
Hit him up.
Yeah, definitely. It's Mud and Mix and More ball. I think Mud and More mix.
Oh man, this cat's.
Yeah, I don't know, but it worked great.
I feel this cat's chest. Okay. Right here. Is that supposed to be there?
No, it's his chest bone.
I don't know. That's pretty pointy, and I've never noticed it before. I'm gonna go check the other cat. See. If it's
Okay, go check the other cat. See if they have the same parts.
Yep.
Courtney will be back. She's checking the cat's parts.
It'll be my doctor expert opinion.
Are you refreshed after the weekend in the mountains?
Yeah. I could have stayed longer though. It would have been nice. But it was great.
I think it was X2. Justin, and he had a scratch on the roof, and he used this stuff, and scratch disappeared. So yeah, I think that was the name of it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the video. Geez, looks like Brian got moderators up the yin yang right now. Hey Brian, might be add me to the list. LOL. We'll have to think about that. Mr. Mopar says, hey guys, what's crack-a-lackin'? Trouser says, when are you coming to Virginia, Dan? Hey, Thunder Golf 501. Hey guys, how you doing, sir? Trouser says, hey Cole, so does Jack. Mr. Mopar says, anyway, as of saying yesterday on Rob's channel, I really want to take a 50 caliber and shoot the crap out of my Pontiac right now. Car's got a check engine light and it's falling apart and it's worthless.
Is that the one he just bought?
No, I think that's the one he's trying to get rid of to buy something. I forgot what he was going to buy. I think he wanted a truck, but then he couldn't afford the truck, and then he said, I'm going to stay with this. Something like that, okay, if I remember. Hey, Jack and Justin from Thundra. By the way, Thundra, how you doing? Everything still going good with your job? I guess you're still in tournament season. Am I right?
You're right.
Jack says, what's new, Dan, on your side? Richard Gardner says, hey, you and Courtney should come visit Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, what's down there for me?
Is Broadway the city?
Has Courtney been to Longwood Gardens in less than an hour from you, I think?
You know what's really sad? I can't even tell you how many times I've made plans to go there because I wanted to go so bad. Probably at least 6 times, and every single time I had to cancel it.
Yeah, we really want to get there during Christmas.
I really want to get there
At
anytime.
all. Yeah.
Just going would be nice. So no, I haven't been there. Very sad about that.
Maybe we can meet up there.
Caller!
Mr. Mopar says, well, Trouser, I'm thinking about going in May. Well, there you go. May. May the force be with you. Or 4th. Yeah, go on the 4th. Trouser Rouser says, cool Dan. Trouser Rouser says, I'm feeling sick after eating a whole honeydew. Not me. I'd feel
Oh
fine.
my goodness. I don't feel good after eating those either.
Richard Gardner retracted a message. Thunder says, still in tournament season. We got a break this month, but we do certification and then September and October more tournaments. Well, hey, at least you're busy, right? You get work. That's good. May through August is the best time to go to Longwoods. They have the fountain shows. Yeah, all 1,700 jets. But you have to buy timed tickets.
I mean, even just going would be nice. Seeing the trees, the flowers.
We like the rose garden and the tulip garden at Hershey. That was nice.
Mm-hmm. That wisteria tree there, it is amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty big. Mr. Mopar says, well, Brian, I was contemplating on buying a pickup. However, it didn't work out, so I'm looking at grabbing another car to get me by till I can afford a pickup. And I'm also thinking about doing Uber or Lyft. Okay, well, if you're thinking about doing Uber or Lyft, do not get a truck.
Because you won't be making any money.
Yeah. If you have little short runs in, like, suburban areas, yeah, your gas mileage,
You'll be paying them.
yeah. You might as well, like, give them a beer every time they get out because it's going to cost you, like, an extra $5-6. Richard Gardner says, Edge, Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee is where the country stars are. Oh.
Woo! Although, it would be fun to visit.
Well, we've been to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
In the little outlying areas. I had a friend that lived there, so we stopped in and nice area.
Mhm.
Mr. Mopar says, okay, Trouser, why did you eat a whole honeydew by yourself? Are you absolutely crazy? LOL. No, you know what?
They're good.
Any kind of nice soft melon fruit like that, yeah, I'll eat the crap out of them. You got to take them away from me. It's like watermelon. I'll be cutting it up to put it in a bowl for like a fruit salad, and I'll just one for you, one for me, one for, and yeah.
Justin, are you still in our area, or did you make it home already? I can't keep track of your schedule. You're just all over the place. You jet setter, you.
Yes. And I'm guessing Trouser saying yes I am, LOL, isn't referring to that question.
No.
Jack says, when are you guys going to Yellowstone?
Next year.
Yes.
I don't think we have a month tacked down. Probably the fall.
Yeah, maybe sometime around my birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. No, we are going. It's just a matter of what month.
Yeah. We finally got the okay for overtime again, thankfully. After my rear end, I had to spend all my savings. That sucks. Mr. Mopar. Oh, and by the way, I got a new phone, guys. It's top of the line, the LG V35 from AT&T. Well, that's good. Isn't that like your third phone in the past month?
Stop.
You had your other one, and then you got a new one, and then you returned that one to get this one. Am I correct? So now I guess I have no excuses about doing YouTube videos. Now I just got to find out what I want to do. Figuring out what you want to do is always good, but let me try and put it to you.
Here comes the wisdom.
Let me try and put it to you the easiest way possible.
It takes all of your time.
It does.
No.
Yeah, it does take all your time, but it also doesn't matter what you want to do if you're trying to get people to watch you.
If you're not, then it doesn't matter.
If you're making videos for like a hobby or to keep it as kind of like a video library, yeah, that might work.
I mean, take for example, me and him. He's trying to go somewhere with his channel. I'm doing it just because I want to.
Yes.
I'm not trying to go anywhere. Every video I make is my personality, and it's fun. Kind of.
And the other thing is, I wanted to have a food channel. Except for my egg video, my food videos are bottom end of the list.
Except for that last one.
Yeah, my last one, yeah, that one got shared. Thanks to Tool Review Zone, they shared the crap out of that one. But I wanted to have a food channel, and it doesn't really work. But everything changes. So I'm considering in the future possibly having 2 different channels. And the one is going to be stuff I like my truck and food and stuff. And then my main channel will probably end up being a woodworking channel in the future. But you guys will still get food videos and truck videos and stuff like that. But, you know, I had 2 passions, food and woodworking. You know, you feel it out. A lot of people want the woodworking. People just have to eat. I guess that's the way I can explain it. I can't believe you haven't been to Longwood. My friends in Tennessee go several times a year. Well, they're overachievers.
No, they're not.
Richard Gardner says, I've been to Hershey Farm a bunch of times. Hello, you real estate whisperer. How are you doing? Hello, special peeps, and hello to you. How are you? I was going to watch your video this afternoon, but I got the notification I was still at my mom's house. So by the time I got home and talking about my mom, that's Courtney's dad. Trouser Rouser says hello to Christina. Your real estate whisperer says hello, Justin. Mr. Mopar. And by the time I get over to Virginia in May, I might look like Gimli from Lord of the Rings. I'm currently letting my beard grow out. Wow. That sounds like fun. Trouser is home now. He is not in PA. He'll be back on Tuesday, though. Jack says hello to your real estate whisperer. Your real estate whisperer, I did not see Renaissance on Vince's live stream today. I haven't seen him in a couple days. Maybe he's out fishing. Trouser Rouser says, like your tire shine video, I've always done that just because the fender liners fade to a light gray and it looks better dark. I agree. That's one of the reasons I started doing it. But then when I realized that it actually had some functionality to it, I continued doing it. Even when I had my newer truck and they look good, I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it. Your real estate whisperer says hi to Jack. Mr. Mopar says, or Brian, that's why I'm thinking about grabbing a car instead of a pickup to do Uber and Lyft, and my pickup makes no logical sense. No, it doesn't. Because I'm sure that they don't go by your gas mileage. I'm sure that's kind of on you. Your real estate whisperer says, hi, Richard Gardner. I didn't see him either. I also didn't see him on the live stream, I want to say Friday night for the Ryobi Milwaukee showdown thing. I didn't see him there either. I did put a small video up about 40 seconds. I've got to fix the truck tomorrow, and then the rest of the week I'm going to try and upload every day. Good luck, Cole. I mean, it takes a lot of work. It really does. Editing is a killer. It really is. You can ask Christina. Editing would be the reason why most people don't do YouTube anymore. I would say, because it's not about the following or anything. If it wasn't for editing, everybody would be doing it. Richard Gardner says, hi, your real estate whisperer. Your real estate whisperer said pink looks good on you, Courtney. I think so also. Trouser Rouser, what's wrong with the Tundra, Cole? Richard Gardner says, your real estate whisperer, is the coffee cup, dishwasher, and microwavable safe? Iron God, can I be a moderator? Your real estate whisperer says, that's true, Richard Gardner. Mr. Mopar says, So I guess Justin and Brian are absolutely insane when it comes to the honeydew or watermelon or cantaloupe. That makes logical sense. Not. Guess what? I actually really like fruit. Drowser Rouser is laughing. Your real estate whisperer says hi at God Iron. God Iron says hi. Your real estate whisperer says hi, Iron God. Iron God says it's okay. Thunder Golf 501 says, Justin, my rear end broke going down the highway on Friday. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Now, was it the rear gears or was it the like a hub bearing, the rear axle? Because honestly, Tundras are known for their hub bearings and rear axles going. I've had that happen in both of my Tundras and my 4Runner. So, yeah, that's kind of known. Trouser Rouser says, oh no, that's not good. Sorry, man. Trouser Rouser says, your seats must be really hard. LOL, JK. Edge, the Ryobi air compressor is 1 gallon and has 125 psi and it costs $99 for it. You know what? I was really considering that, Richard, because I need a compressor, but I don't need a big one. Like if I was going to do acrylics and resins, it only needs to go up to like 48 to 50 pounds for really any of them. Most of them, if it's a slow set, you can do it at like 40 psi. So, you know, I'm really considering it. And then it's small, it looks really light, it looks portable and battery operated. That sounds good to me. Iron God says, I start school on Tuesday, the 8th. Mr. Mopar says, oh, trust me, right now, YouTube would be a simple hobby I do on the side when I have time. Available now for produced results, and people like what I post and make money off of it. Who knows? It's possible. Trust me, it's really hard to make money on YouTube. Unless you have a skill, a product, or knowledge, it's really hard. Because you got to think, if you make on the better end of it, $2 per thousand watches or per thousand views, and then YouTube takes their 40 to 50%. Then by the time you pay taxes on it, you're seriously making like 60 cents or 68 cents per thousand views. So if you take a video like my egg video at like 115,000 views, that video would have made me, what, $600? So for $600, it really doesn't make that much. And for that one video to make that much money over 6 months, you'd have to have a lot of videos like that. I'm not discouraging you. Please, get involved. But I don't want you to go into it thinking that you're going to make money. I make absolutely nothing. I spend a whole crap load, but make nothing. But I spend money on stuff that I would be doing anyway, and I just video it. So if it gets to be big enough where people like it, and I can make money off of it, then that's a bonus for me. I would never tell anybody to go into YouTube as a financial decision, because like your real estate whisperer will tell you, it's more of in the beginning you really can't make money on it, and it takes a while to get set up to where you can make any kind of real money on it. So just be careful and look at the reasoning you're going into it. Don't look at it as strictly money, because by the time you get through it, you don't really make a lot in the end unless you have a ton of subscribers and a ton of views. Not to mention, now if you can get partnerships and stuff like that, you will get a little bit more money. But it all depends on if somebody wants to, you know, basically, you know, pay you to do commercials for them and all that kind of stuff. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, my kids start school Wednesday. I'm actually going to miss them, and my kids get on my nerves. Yeah. Trouser Rouser says, I haven't heard from Rennie either. I'm worried. Iron God says, school shopping sucks. Yes, I agree, because everybody's out there to buy the same 4 things, and like 10,000 people need it. And everybody waits for it to go on sale, and they break down the doors, and nobody can get it because there's limited quantities. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, it's the descriptions, tags, and thumbnails that kill me. I like the editing part. You know what? I believe that. You know, I love your videos, and honestly, as you can tell, my descriptions are horrible too. I literally say, I'm making a bowl out of this. Hope you liked it. Please come back. And tags are, it's like bowl, lathe, woodworking, oak. I mean, I don't really know what else to come up with. But I do use TubeBuddy, and it helps a lot. Jack says, hey folks, good chat. Going to attend church. Have a good night and be safe. See you next time. Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. See you next time. Richard Gardner says Vince is going to put the Ryobi 3.0 battery on a Ryobi brushless hammer drill this Friday, so I hope you are there. Yeah, I'll try and be there. I mean, it's all dependent on my mom right now. Charles Rouser says, have a great night, Jack. Good night, Jack, from Your Real Estate Whisperer. Thunder says the gears stripped and the bearings went out. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's decent money there, because I know just the hub bearings and the axle is like $1,000. So quick question, Brian, why haven't you why haven't you sprayed in bed liner in your truck instead of putting one of those drop-in ones? Actually, I had the drop-in one taken out to put in the spray-in one. The reason I do that is the drop-in ones never fit good. There's always a buckle in the middle. They rub back and forth, and they wear the paint off of your bed. And then when water gets underneath, Tundras have a big enough problem with rust as it is. So I'm not going to help it rust out. Most truck companies are the same way. The bed liner goes in. They don't sit in real tight. They're not fastened in anyway. They literally drop in, and they lock up underneath the bed rails. So what ends up happening is every time you gas, it slides back. Every time you brake, it slides forward, and it keeps sliding. And if you get any grit under there, it just wears the paint right off, and it just creates issues. Trouser says the axles just go out. Got the axle on the Odyssey replaced because the wheel was starting to shake. Yeah, and that's because the wheel bearings or the hub bearings end up going. Then it just wears out, and the end of the axle ends up snapping off. Richard Gardner says, I still don't go to Catholic church. I am supposed to. I don't go to church at all, but that doesn't mean that I don't have any faith. So, Mr. Mopar says, okay, I'm a little confused. I thought Tundras never broke, and yeah, Cole has busted rear end on his. I guess Cole must have got one of the bad ones then. LOL. I know the feeling. Actually, no. Now, most people won't say this, but Toyota trucks are actually known for the rear issue. And the main reason why is they have the same rear in both configurations. They're 410 and 430 rear. So if you have one that has a 430 rear in it, you're going to end up blowing the axles. It happens all the time. Forerunners, they have a smaller axle in them than what the rear is capable of. And I think even the Tacos had an issue with that too. So other than the rear and hub bearings, yeah, Toyotas are pretty much fail-safe. Thunder says, "Yep, axles can just go out. I'm thankful it didn't damage the drive shaft." Well, that's good. Like I said, most of the time with me, 3 of my Toyota trucks, all 3 of them needed axles because of the hub bearing. Mr. Mopar says, "It sucks when your vehicle breaks down or it's having mechanical issues with it." I agree. Just Wrenches says, "Me too, LOL." Trouser Rouser says, "Great advice on YouTubing, Brian." Thank you, sir. Throb Nation says, "Hey, Brian. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream." Trouser Rouser says, "Just wrench it." Your Real Estate Whisperer says, "Even still, at least you will be getting something with Facebook. You have to pay to get your video seen." Yeah, that's kind of bogus, the way that Facebook does that. I don't know, but I think Facebook is more geared towards, I want to say business. So a lot of people on Facebook are out there promoting businesses, or they're using it as a professional platform more than what YouTube is. At least that's the feeling I get from it. Trouser Rouser says, "Throbby." Everybody's saying hi to Throb, and Throb saying hi to everybody. Thunderous says, "Mr. Mopar, the previous owner did many burnouts with the truck. This is the only real problem I've had." You know what? And that's the thing. There's so much torque in the Tundra, it's ridiculous. It really is. Mr. Mopar says, "So I guess Brian is fruity, LOL." Well, if you want to put it that way, I do love fruit. Trouser Rouser says, "Still living with your mom, Rob?" Yep, until September, Justin. Hey, look at all this money you're saving. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, "We have kids in uniforms here," which I love. You know what? That's great. Now, do they pay for the uniforms, or do you have to pay for them? Are they like rentals? Use rapid tags. It helps, says Just Wrench It. I actually use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy works really well. I have one step above the free version. Cost me like $5 a month. And you can click, like if I click on woodworking and I click on it, I can get like multiple tags and then just copy and paste them. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even get half the tags that I put in there. Mr. Mopar says, "Well, Cole, I guess that would happen if you did a crap load of burnouts with a truck that shouldn't have burnouts done on it to begin with." You know what? I'm surprised that people do burnouts with the Tundra, because they have horrible bed hop. So, I mean, if you're doing a burnout, them tires want to start bouncing different. And if they get a little bit out of sequence, you can watch that whole frame twist. I mean, it comes right back. I mean, that was one of the reasons why everybody was saying the new C channel for the Ford and all that. So, I mean, they did have a good, a real good, like, sales pitch for it. But, I mean, just because you have a good frame, you have to have a good truck to go on that frame. So, we'll see what happens. Richard Gardner's uniform is a Scottish kilt. Just Wrench It says, "Enter the title and it generates tags for you." Now, does that just generate tags going off of your title, or does that generate... The thing I like about TubeBuddy is when you put the title and the description in, it automatically gives you a list of like 50 different tags. And then you pick them, and then you click on them, and it searches even further for that specific tag. Mr. Mopar says, and Cole, I know this may be a dumb question, and I apologize, but if you buy a truck with a previous owner that did a crap load of burnouts on it, actually, that's the thing. If you're buying a truck and it has burnouts, I'd probably rather buy a truck with burnouts than one that's done a lot of hauling or towing. Throb Nation says, what? Auto tags? What am I missing? I don't know. I definitely have to look into that, though. I will. The research for tags takes forever. Long tail tags are way better, like woodworking, woodworking a bowl, working with wood, homemade bowl out of wood. You see, and that's another thing. Like you said, with the parentheses, you can put handmade and then bowl and then oak or homemade oak bowl, and you can put them all as separate tags with quotations around them to be a sentence tag also. So that kind of helps. Mr. Mopar retracted a message. Throb Nation says, Brian lost his wood. Richard Gardner says, Edge, your mom comes first before Vince does. I fully agree. I definitely agree with that. Eddie says, hey, Edge, how you doing, Eddie? Your Real Estate Whisperer says, Throb, TubeBuddy has a auto-suggested tags. They do, and it works halfway decent. What is YouTube Buddy? It's actually just called TubeBuddy, and you can get a free version of it. It's kind of like a browser extension. That's what I use. I told Gear about it. I actually thought you were using it, Throb. Let me get centered up here. I really thought you were using it because it seemed like your tags were pretty spot on. And then, like, I can go to your video and I can just bring up your analytics individually for that video through TubeBuddy. I can see what tags you used, which ones were working, how they ranked. It's actually a very useful tool. You might want to check it out. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, TubeBuddy is a Chrome extension that allows you to research tags and see what people are looking for. Exactly. And that's why I thought that Rob was using it, is because his tags are pretty much spot on from what TubeBuddy would offer. I mean, if you get into some like weird videos, then yeah, like my last one, power tools in the kitchen. Yeah, it gets kind of confusing because it'll bring up all the power tools. It'll bring up kitchen. It'll bring up cooking. So, and the other thing I like about TubeBuddy is you can actually use it to look at. It'll rank your it'll rank your tags that you've used on the side. So, like, if I have an egg video that I do another egg video of some sort, it will rank my egg video tags for what people are searching for and how well my tags did and where they categorized. So, Just Wrench It says it's an app and a website. Mr. Mopar says, hey, hashtag being a smart aleck. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Thunder says, Mr. Mopar, I've had the truck for 3 years and the truck is 11 years old. Yeah, Tundras will run forever. I mean, you have a lot of miles on yours, and for not having any issues, I mean, it's great. Throb Nation says, oh man, I've been missing out. I just go to developer and copy everybody's. Just kidding. Actually, it does kind of work. Let me scoot back. There we go. That a little bit better. I don't have like big sun on my face now. Trouser Rouser says, yep, the Odyssey has the same axle as an Accord, so they are known for braking. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I think Toyota does the same thing. You have like the same axle for, like, the sedan goes in all the sedans, regardless of motor. Then you have the one that goes into your light duty, which would be like the Taco and the 4Runner, stuff like that. And then you have the heavy duty one that goes in Sequoias, Highlanders, Tundras. You know, it's like They make like 5 different axles, and they're just like, yep, it works. Let's put it in there. And for the most part, they do, because a lot of Toyota stuff is kind of a little bit higher than what the bar is set. So it's just Toyota hasn't realized that they have the way they built their motors and the way that they've done their gearing. Their torque is just ridiculous. I've had people that I've known that have sheared their axles in half because of it, because of just like dropping it at like 4,000 RPMs, just shear the axles. Mr. Mopar says, and Cole, your vehicle is the same age as mine, and it's almost 170,000 on it, and it's just now starting to have some issues. Well, Cole's is way over that. Yes, Cole's is, yeah, 230. There you go. Courtney had to go take a phone call. You know, like Krista, Courtney's on the phone with her dad right now instead of like Krista being on the phone with her mom. Mr. Mopar says that is true, Brian. People who do YouTube just to make money are going to be in for serious disappointment. Yes, they are. I have Rob Nation says I have a website that'll get you more subs. You know what? As far as subs, I'd rather have subs that are actually involved rather than just a sub count. The whole sub for sub thing, it works, but if you have 1,000 subscribers, yeah, you get monetized, but if only 300 of them are, I guess you could say, earned subscribers, then you only have 300 people watching your video, so the other 700 are actually kind of pointless. Let me get back to where I was. You cut out on you, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Rob, you know, like I said, I mean, the whole sub for sub thing, I mean, you will get, I think the stats are sub for sub, you get about 5 to 7% of them actually become loyal watchers. So out of that 5% that you're going to get out of it, I don't really know if it's worth it. You know, you might get a lot of subs and it looks good for YouTube, but when you come down to your analytics and, you know, then you have your comments, you have your community, you have your watch time, you have your likes, your dislikes. I mean, in the end, those other, say, 700 don't really do anything for your channel. So monetarily wise, they're kind of pointless, except for they got you to be monetized. At least that's my point of view. I mean, if you disagree, let me know. Mr. Mopar says, my 2007 Dodge Caliber, before it was destroyed in Iraq, had 258,000 miles, in a wreck, I guess, had 258,000 miles. It was going pretty strong with the exceptions of a transmission, which I screwed up on. Well, there you go. Actually, I had a friend that not really a friend, but a person that I've worked with for like 12 years. And he had a Caliber, and he put 300 and some thousand on his, and it ran beautiful. I've only replaced the starter before this, says Thunder. Mr. Mopar says, hey, is anyone seeing Renaissance Man, and or did he get eaten by a shark that he caught? I don't know. Talking about that, I haven't seen Aficionado in a while either. Throb Nation says Rennie is visiting Captain Ahab. Real Estate Whisperer put up the link to TubeBuddy. There you go. Just Wrench It says yes. Throb Nation says thanks, Christina. Your Real Estate Whisperer says if you want to get the paid version. By the way, I have a bone to pick with Renaissance Man about one of his tools, and it crapped out 2 minutes after I bought it. LOL, I want my money back. That wasn't Renaissance Tools then. He don't ship. A honeydew with strawberry ice cream and caramel sauce is great. See, now you're making me fat, Trouser. Oh, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta fix that. Oh, right, I'm not blinded anymore. Sorry about that, guys. Your real estate whisperer says I have the step up from the free version. Yeah, me too. I wanted to go one more step just so I could schedule out my videos, because it would be nice to just have my videos done and have them scheduled to just randomly come out. But like sometimes my videos don't come out till 7 o'clock at night, and that's because they're done, but I just got busy and forgot. That's why sometimes when I go to work early in the morning, you'll see a video pop up at like 4:30. It's like, what's he doing posting a video at 4:30? Well, I'm up and I remembered. That's why. Richard Gardner says, Renaissance could be busy at Horn Pub. Very true. Your real estate whisperer says, one-word tags do not help you rank your videos. I have heard that also. Throb Nation says, nope, I wasn't Brian. I have never heard of it. You need to go check it out. It helps. Not to mention, you can create custom thumbnails with like screenshots. You can add. That's how I put my emojis in. Like if like that one that I did for RIP T-Rex. I made that one with the TubeBuddy because I was able to just take a screenshot from my video from a still frame. I was able to add words on it. Same way with my Brussels sprout video and a few other ones. I did all that with the help of TubeBuddy. Not to mention, if you go to Creator Fundamentals, I forgot his name, but he tells you how to do almost everything with TubeBuddy. He's phenomenal for that. That's actually where I've gotten a lot of my stuff from. Not to mention Vince and, you know, listening to what Christina says on some of her streams. I like Toolboss video 10 times today because it wouldn't accept my like. You know what? That's been going around. Your real estate whisperer says, and your exact title should be your very first tag. Yes, your description, your title should be the very first, within the first, I think it's 146 characters of your title should be in the 146 characters of your description, and your first tag should be basically your title, or as close to it as possible. Analytically, that's kind of what works. Even if you have the number one tag, if people are looking for something and it's in all three of those, it kind of crosses over platforms through like Google and other things. It does help a lot. Christina, you are right. Charles Rouser says, maybe Rob. Yes, Dan Courier. That's his name. I'm back again. Yeah, maybe Rob will get more views. Mr. Mopar says, well, I guess you shouldn't use Toyota SUVs. Actually, no. Toyota SUVs are really good because they actually, the Toyota SUV, like the 4Runner and the RAV4, they have the axle that the Tacoma has, and the Tundra has the one that the Sequoia and Highlander, and I forgot what the other one was. But if you do get like a TRD Pro or something, they do step it up to a bigger rear, and hence you get a bigger axle. Mr. Mopar for off-roading. Hey Rob, are you sweating your butt off in Texas right now? LOL. Nope, he's still in Ohio. He's leaving early September. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, I lived in Texas for a bit. It wasn't my favorite place, but I was outside of Houston. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to take the heat. I'm not down with the heat. Richard Gardner says, how cold does it get in Florida in the wintertime? I think like a high of 75 and lows in like mid 60s. Just wrench it at Throb Nation. Come see me. Trouser Rouser says, just one more month, Rob. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, Richard Gardner, when I lived in Orlando, if we got to freezing like 30 degrees, maybe 4 or 6 times a year, but freaking hot and miserable. Yeah, I think everywhere from like Orlando up has seasons. Orlando down is just hot as balls. I mean, all year long. Brian, when did you first watch Throb? Wow, when did I first watch Throb? I'm saying when I first watched Throb was before I started my channel, definitely. I started watching him about the same time I started watching TD, so probably 14, 16 months ago, maybe even before that. I think I started watching him right before he got the Ram. Yeah, I think it was right before he got the Ram. Your Real Estate Whisperer. Yes, I am going to Walt Disney World in 2020. Thank you for letting me know. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, statistically, only 10 to 15% of your subscribers watch your videos. That is also true. But if you have people that, like us, how we're engaged with everybody, you might not get them to watch every video, but they do have input on the channel. So, like me, I might not get a chance to watch every video that everybody posts, because to watch everybody's video that posts, I mean, I will eventually watch it, but I won't watch it when it comes up. It might be a week later, maybe a day later, maybe a month later. But at least you know you're still getting them views from your subscribers, rather than a sub for sub that somebody just trying to meet a number, or, you know, what they think is a good number.
Hi, honey.
Hey. Mr. Mopar says, all I gotta say on that matter, whatever you do, do not buy a Pontiac G6. You will regret it. Take it from someone who owns one. Actually, I've had, there's a person I know that lives in Atlanta that has a Pontiac G6. He rebuilt the motor and put a blower on it, and it now runs 7 seconds. So, I don't know. Still using the block, though. I don't understand how he did that. Throb Nation says, I don't have a site myself. It's a guy's channel. I don't know that I'm fully in agreement with his concept, but it's an interesting idea. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and most people only watch maybe... Ow. Just...
That's from my dad and Kathy.
Oh, hi, Dad and Kathy.
Sorry, guys.
At least those 10% are really awesome, Christina. Yeah, exactly. And there, I guess you could say that's where your bread and butter comes from, is your 10% of your following that watches your videos. No. It's like if you have 100,000 subscribers, or like Casey Neistat just hit 10 million. He's getting 100,000 views a day, or 110,000 views a day. So when you think of that number, that's a pretty small number compared to 10 million. So you have to kind of put that into a little bit of a perspective. Mr. Mopar says, what in the hell is Tube Buddy? Your Real Estate Whisperer says, no kidding, a Trouser Rouser. I love the U Crew. Me too. There's a lot of nice people there. And same thing with VCG. I mean, there's a lot of good people there, and a lot of my followers came from both of your channels, and a lot of them are very loyal. So I agree. I mean, I might only have 380 viewers, subscribers, but I know that a good portion of those kind of watch at least parts of my videos. So because I do get, you know, a lot of people do comment and the likes and stuff. So, and you look at the analytics, to kind of get an idea. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, I still love my, your Real Estate Whisperer cup, over my Star Wars coffee cups. Well, there you go. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, that's awesome. Throb Nation, I see your point, Brian. However, besides monetization, I believe the more subs you have, the more likely peeps are to click on your vid versus those with lower subs counts, thus yielding more views. Now, you know what? I agree with that also. I mean, it is kind of like a two-sided sword. But Courtney's back.
Robert says
Ish.
hi. Only half of me.
But taking that in consideration, it's like we've discussed this before. I'll take trolls all day long. Why? Because trolls are dedicated. No, trolls are dedicated.
Nobody wants negativity in the world, I'm joking.
I don't want negativity, but guess what? I know if I have a troll, they're going to watch every video, they're going to comment on every video, and they're going to dislike every video. That is,
Ruiners.
but that's a view. That's also 2 pluses for my community. For leaving a comment and also thumbs up or thumbs down. So, I mean, trolls are kind of like winners to me.
No.
I mean, they're some of the best subscribers you could have some of the time.
Honey, you're insulting your actual good subscribers.
No, I'm just saying, a lot of people hate trolls. And I don't really mind trolls because they're dedicated. They're really dedicated. I mean, I swear nothing... They have no... You know, it's almost like they have no life. Like, nothing bad ever happens. It's like life never happens to them because they're always there. They're like robots. Your Real Estate Whisperer says you can schedule on YouTube without TubeBuddy. You can, but it's a pain in the balls. Yeah, you can make it private and then you can schedule it out. I normally make mine unlisted. And I don't know why. I really don't have a reason for that. Oh, good. The sun went down far enough. I'm not going to get blinded. Yeah. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, yep, when I see a channel with a lot of subs, I think, wow, this guy has something to offer. I'll check a video out. I agree. Trouser Rouser says, Rose Aficionado and Mike Roten. Mike was here earlier. He had to hop off, though. Your Real Estate Whisperer said Dan Carrier with Creator Fundamentals. Yeah, he has some knowledge. I may not be the boss on YouTube, but I know SEO when ranking my videos. Yeah, search engine optimization is definitely one of the real big things that you have to look at. And if you can rank a video, quite frankly, it's going to get views. And if you know where to put it and how to phrase it, you know, without clickbaiting it.
What's wrong with clickbaiting? Just wondering.
I got a lot of crap for that on my one live stream.
I thought you liked trolls. No?
But yeah, your Real Estate Whisperer, you are great with your ranking. I agree with that. Hello, Carlos. How are you?
Carlos!
Throb Nation says, that's exactly my point, Justin. Carlos says, hello, Blue Wrenchers. How are you doing, sir? Your Real Estate Whisperer says, Carlos de la Cruz, my favorite name to say.
It is her favorite name.
Is that the cat trying to get out of the bathroom?
Is there a cat in the bathroom?
You locked him in there with his food. So
Peanut? No, please.
Oh.
He's laying in front of the door.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something scratching over there. Richard says, hi, Carlos. Hello, your Real Estate Whisperer. Hi, Richard. Carlos, Justin. Everyone's saying hello. Trouser Rouser says he got that RAM several years ago. Wow, it's been that long? I don't think it's been that long. Throb Nation says, thanks, Richard. I appreciate that. Rob and Carlos are saying hello to each other. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, I'm a live stream person. I watch them mostly because it helps people's watch hours, and watch hours are harder than getting subscribers. You know what? I kind of agree with that.
Except when you're me.
I've gotten lucky with that.
Sorry.
My live streams do very well. I don't know about you, Christina, but my live streams right now are averaging somewhere between 20 and 25 watch hours. So I'm very pleased with that, and that's what really put me. I had my watch hours shortly after I started doing live streams. It's just the subscribers that are hard for me. Now, Courtney, she gets subscribers thrown at her left and right. Throb Nation says, thanks for the long-term relationship, Edge. I appreciate it more than I can express. No problem. Thank you also, sir. You're definitely a loyal one. You're there every day, too. Your Real Estate Whisperer watches a lot of my videos. Trouser Rouser, Vince, King of the Crease, Aficionado, Mike Roten, Gear. I mean, I probably have about, I'd probably say there's 30 or 40 of my subscribers that watch probably every one of my videos. Now, I'm not saying I put it up and people watch it. I have probably 5 or 10 people that do that. Then over the course of about a week, almost all my videos hit about 45 to 50. And that's where almost everyone is. So I know that I don't know, but I can probably assume that I have 45 to 50 dedicated subscribers that watch almost all my videos, which I am very happy and grateful for. So if you're one of them, thank you. Let's see. Throb says, hi, Ed. Trouser says, hello. Your Real Estate Whisperer. I'm still waiting for trolls on my videos. I do have a chronic thumbs downer. You know what? I do too, and it's funny.
I do too. Because
Courtney's like, I don't know what you guys talk about. This thumbs downer. Look, he got me.
Just kidding. He got me.
It took about a week, and then they got Courtney, and now it's like every time.
Yep. He was a little late on that last one. It took him at least 3 days.
Yeah, it took him a while. He was really slacking on that.
Schlacking.
Trouser Rouser says, Brian, Rob, Christina, and Courtney. I have the chronic thumbs downer. I do. Now, Vince has like a dozen of them. I swear.
Haters gonna hate.
It's like as soon as Vince opened a live, it's like, all right, guys, we're live. Thumbs down. It's like, really?
Again, they're dedicated.
You must have like the fastest computer, because I didn't get a notification yet, and I log in. He has like, I'm like, wow, that's ridiculous.
Bailey. Come here.
Trouser Rouser says, yep, chronic thumbs downer. I agree on the trolls. The only time I block them is when they sabotage my channel or belittle my dedicated subs.
Yeah.
You know what? And I kind of feel the same way. If somebody's going to go in and almost be malicious, then I'll delete them. If they start becoming threatening or something like that, I report them and I hide them from my channel. I mean, right now I have like 12 people hid from my channel. And I know one of them is 3 of the 10. But yeah, I mean, it's like my egg video. I have people going to that all the time talking crap. And then other people that watch my video, like, take my back. And they're like, yo, this guy's just trying to help. And I'm like, all right, fine. Argue between yourselves, because that's a lot of comments I'm getting. And then other people read the comments and they like what the guy is saying, like backing me up. So I'm like, wow, this is really going towards my community. I like this. But there are a few that I have had to delete because, you know, they have been either malicious, outright denogatory, or racial, or something. So I have had to. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, I schedule mine all the time through YouTube. Richard Gardner says, those trolls must work for YouTube. They must. And they must get paid damn good because they are on it. Oh my God, are they on it? Throb says he always, I think you may. He has been on common live stream. She goes into a live stream, says, hi everybody, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what the? She gets like 5, 6 subscribers just by saying hi on a channel she's never been to before. It's like, wow. And I keep telling her that right now females have a real good grasp on YouTube because YouTube is pushing female channels. At least from what I've heard, is that they're really trying to get the females involved in YouTube because basically it's a male-dominated platform. Mr. Mopar says, Rob, who was that was threatening subs and telling people not to comment? Trouser Rouser wasn't a fan of Kaufman's Market, Courtney. It was crowded and crazy expensive. It was, but did you see the meat market, the meat end? Oh, jeez.
Ask him if he saw the bees.
Did you see the bees?
I'm
Courtney
sorry,
wants to know if
you
you've
like
seen the
it.
bees. Throb Nation says, not that I do that. You know what? I'm going to do that now just to be funny. I am. Thunder Golf says, I actually got a subscriber yesterday, I believe. Congratulations. You're going to be putting out some content, so get used to it. Trouser Rouser says, hey Jack. Mr. Mopar says, well, Brian, the reason why Courtney gets subs thrown at her is because she's like kinder and she's a lot prettier than you, just saying, LOL.
Thanks.
Well, if that's the case, why am I not getting subs? She's on every one of my live streams and in half of my videos.
It's all about the profile picture.
All right, she's going to be my... she can't.
No.
I have to keep my picture at Real Estate Whisperer maybe for me. Jeez. All right. I know what it was. Your first video looked very suggestive.
No,
Yeah.
that's all in your head.
Richard Gardner says, Edge, I hope Courtney does a lot more YouTube videos. She's going to.
Thanks, Richard.
She's definitely going to.
It takes so much time. It really does. I don't know. I mean, if you haven't made a video, I don't know that you really grasp how much time it takes to make a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
Kind of ridiculous.
I'll go up and I'll take like 4 hours, like my wood turning videos. A lot of them are 2.5 to 4 hours worth of footage. That
Because it takes that long to actually accomplish what you're making.
that I seriously cram into 25 to 28 minutes. So to do that somewhat tastefully and still get the information out there but be entertaining, I think I lack the entertaining part. Except for my last egg video. That was entertaining.
That was really
But I mean, other than that, I mean, I need to get this better. Because, yeah. Not talking about a facelift. I'm just saying I have to... If I could present myself more like my live streams and my videos, I think my videos would do better.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's really tough, though,
It is. I mean, how can I be this excited?
when
What-
nobody's there. Like, you're talking to yourself.
Well, it's not only that. Like, when I'm in the wood shop, I want to make sure I'm not going to get hurt. I could lose a finger. I mean, anything. I'm paying attention. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm focused. So when I'm focused and I'm like, there is going to be none of this. You know, there's time for fun and games, and you know, out there's none. I mean, cooking, yeah, there could be, but I mean, it's rough. It really is rough to make videos. Well, actually, Brian, let's see. Well, actually, Brian is because Gear and Rob that I've even found you begin with, so I have to thank those two for bringing me to your channel. Well, thank you very much. And Rob, thank you, because I know I got some people from your channel also. I got some from your Real Estate Whisperer. I got some from VCG. I got some from, you know, I got a few from everybody that I watch.
Same.
I got some from Courtney. How did I get? I got some from Courtney.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's fun though. Every time you get that notification that you have a new subscriber, first thing I do is I go to their page and I'm like, what do they like? And I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I mean, it's just thrilling to see why people come to your channel. And I use that, like when I get new subscribers, I look at the content that they like to watch to help me with the videos that I'm going to make in the future. So it might not be the same style, but at least I can get an idea of the type of content they like. Courtney, I hope you filmed at the place with all the rocks.
I didn't.
She did.
Don't kill me. I just took pictures. I should have. Darn it. I guess I'll have to go back. That's the spot, right?
No.
No, that's the speaker.
You're. Courtney's trying to plug my charger into the speaker. Actually, I think that was the mic.
I don't know.
Mr. Mopar says, hey, Courtney Supplies. I just couldn't resist. I know it's an oldie, but a goodie.
I don't know about that last part.
Dan Soderholm, how are you, sir? Howdy all. This is a quick stop. Got to get ready for my trips. Well, I hope you have fun. Hope they're safe. And I hope all goes well. Just Runch It says, all right, guys. My time's up. Nice seeing everyone. Nice seeing you also, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Charles Rouser says, hey, Dan, where are you headed? I have a great night. Just Wrench It. Dan. Just Wrench It says, I'm going to work. Dan says, your Real Estate Whisperer. Richard Gardner says, hi, Dan. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, anyone else having the spinning wheel? I have shut down like 3 or 4 times tonight. Dan says, sup, Richard? Dan says, yes. Charles Rouser says, me, Christina? Am I really, like, have...
Those comments are old, though.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes old. Wow.
I thought it was me, says Dan. Thunder Golf says, yep, I got it. Throb says, frozen. Dang it. Says, your Real Estate Whisperer. Dan Soderholm says, Throb. So, your Real Estate Whisperer says, looks like it's trying to come back. The last time it kind of spun and it was like, I got to grab on it. There you go. Thunder Golf says, you know you froze, LOL. I really...
Come here.
Christina, can you tell me where I can get the cable for... I need the constant power cable. I also have to ask Vince about this.
No.
For a Canon DSLR. Because I have OBS installed on my computer upstairs, I want to start doing the live streams from up there. A, because the dog can sit on a bed and he's much nicer.
He stinks. Dog.
So put him down.
He won't stop yapping at me.
Alright, well, at least put your face away. Jeez. Yeah, that one.
Stop. Oh man, you stink. What did you feed him?
I didn't feed him anything.
Stop.
Well, Thank you. Jeez. You're not the only one with faces.
Stop barking at the cicadas.
Dan says he's going to try logging out and logging in. Richard Gardner says, I saw a really big Star Trek mug. I thought you would love it the other day. Dan says...
I would absolutely love it.
Yeah. Your real estate whisperer says I call BS on pushing females on YouTube. Your real estate whisperer says I love Star Trek. They're not actually pushing them. They're just trying to get more women involved in the platform. Because if you notice, they have lightened up their... like, a lot of women that I've noticed that are doing YouTube are getting into a lot of... It's more... I don't know how to put it, but more of like a sexuality type thing. You know... No, it's...
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There's a lot of women that are starting to do... like, there's a lot of sexual health channels now. A lot more than I've seen before. There's a lot of people that are doing, like, LGBT. And a lot of, like, sexual awareness and stuff like that. And a lot of females are doing those channels.
I see a lot of crocheting. That's what I see.
While you're looking for crocheting. So,
Alright, does that mean that you're looking for sexual health? I got you.
No. Wow.
That was awesome.
See, that's funny.
Would you like some peanut butter?
No. You know I don't eat peanut butter. Yeah.
It's Peter Pan.
Yeah. I don't like Peter Pan peanut butter.
How about Skippy?
See, no, I actually like the chunky peanut butter.
I like Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah, but you can't put that on a sandwich. That's not that great.
Why would you put it on a sandwich? Put it on your ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Put it on your sandwich.
Live Long and Prosper says Dan, and he's doing this whole thing. Yeah.
What? Your
This
pinky
whole
was
thing.
way out.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's not straight. It can't not
You're like,
be all the way up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, eh. Trouser Rouser says, me, Christina. Dan Soderholm says, I thought it was me. Trouser, nope. Thunder Golf says, yep, I got it. Throb says, Frozen. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, dang it. Dan Soderholm says, Throb. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, looks like it's trying to come back. Thunder Golf says, you know you froze, lol. There we go. I'm back again. Your Real Estate Whisperer says, I think I might just have to buy it and a Star Wars mug for Eddie and send them to you in the mail. There you go. Star Wars mug? You want a Star Wars mug? I don't like Star Wars. I don't like either one of them. Star Wars, Star Trek.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. I don't even know how I married you.
Mr. Mopar says, well, Justin, I'm actually heading to Lynchburg, Virginia area in May. Get some lemonade. Throb Nation says, I think I'll wear a wig and see if I'll get more views. You know what, Rob? If you wore a wig, I'm sure you would get more views. And I don't think it's because you're a female. I think it's because a guy wearing a girl's wig. So, but yeah, I'd like to see that one. Richard Gardner says, your Real Estate Whisperer loves Spock. Richard Gardner says, I love that Edge loves Ryobi just like I do. Hey, it works. And it's cheap. Throb Nation says, hey Dan. Your Real Estate Whisperer, I love Captain Picard.
Yeah, I don't do Next Generation.
Yeah, I don't do any of them. Mr. Mopar says, oh look, it's a crazy mental dog. He may be a little crazy, but he's still lovable, and he's so cute. I love those little types of dogs. I got one, you want him? You think you have problems with your G6? Take that thing.
Oh boy.
Picard is the Sean Connery of Star Trek.
Mm-mm.
Don't know what you're talking about. I know Sean Connery, but I don't know about Star Trek.
Captain Picard.
Don't know him.
He's like the receding hairline guy that sits in the big chair that drives the. Well, he doesn't. He controls the driving of the ship.
I don't watch
Oh!
Star anything. Star Wars, Star Trek. I don't watch any of them.
Well, maybe you should.
I don't.
Maybe you should. I know that you quote Liquid Schwartz all the time, so you watch something like that.
Yeah, that was Spaceballs.
Yes. So you're halfway there.
Yeah, Spaceballs was funny. Star Trek's not funny.
That's not true. Did you see Trouble with Tribbles? Just wondering.
No.
No, it's not even the same one.
I figured you would get a kick out of that. Richard Gardner says, your real estate whisperer. I will look for a mug of Captain Picard. Captain Picard. That I could send you. Throb Nation says, night Christina, enjoy your cereal. Eddie says, gotta go for dinner. Also, have a great rest of the weekend. You too, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Throb Nation says, hey, Eddie. Thunder Golf says, I'm going to bounce out of here, guys. All right. See you later, sir. Thank you for stopping by. I hope everything is well with the truck and it stays good. Throb saying bye to Cole. Mr. Mopar says, well, guys, I think I'm going to bounce, falling asleep. A little bit, not to say the content's boring, just a little tired. Still have a wacky shift for the last few days. Take care, live long and prosper. Bye. See you, sir. Good night, Dan.
And don't worry,
says,
you're not the only one to fall asleep on the stream.
Yeah, we actually have her on video. Drum Nation says, night, Dan. Richard says, I think I might just go as Mystic. All I need is a red wig, blue body, and the other thing that I can't say, or the mod will time me out. Throb Nation says, got a bolt, guys. See you next time. See you, Throb. Thank you for coming back. Bye. Trouser Rouser says, you're back. Trouser Rouser says, see you, Rob. Trouser Rouser says, Vin Diesel just drove by my house. Okay. Trouser Rouser says, I just saw a police car escorting his Mustang.
Really?
Gear Runner, how are you?
Oh, Gear's here.
Thank you for stopping by. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Just got back from eating and buying some GoPro accessories, floating handle. I'm going to see some Ocean Time tomorrow. Okay, sir, just make sure that you put your sunblock on.
Yes.
Everywhere. Richard Gardner says, he is the same guy that plays as Professor X. Okay, still lost. You're not helping me at all.
Talk about X-Men?
I guess.
I don't know.
Gear Runner says, good. How are you guys? Living. You know, as soon as I get off here, got to check in on Mom again. I was over there all day and all day yesterday. And so, yeah. That's kind of how it goes. Trouser Rouser says, hi, Andy. Hope you're having a great time. Trouser Rouser says, Beach Bum. Gear Runner also says, thanks, Justin. I'm having a great time. Well, guys, we're all called up. And, yeah, I got to call and check on my mom before she goes to bed. Make sure everything's fine. So, thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And hopefully you had a good time. And,
It is X-Men. Yes!
There you go. Gear Runner says, we just took a walk on the beach. It's been awesome weather down here so far. Congrats. It was supposed to be crappy for you, but I'm glad that you got some good weather. He also says, have a great night, everyone. Richard Gardner says, Professor X is from X-Men. Charles Rouser says, have a good night. Prayers to you and your mom. Thank you very much. And have a nice night, guys. See yous.